Fortnite's yearly Christmas update, Winterfest, is now out, bringing brand new skins, weapons, items, and locations. So I'm going to be building all of those in the video today, including the very iconic Crackshot cabin, which comes to the map every single Christmas. I built this thing to minifigure scale, and it took me a lot of money and a lot of time to build. Before we get into it, make sure that you guys are subscribed. I got a lot more LEGO Fortnite videos planned in the future, and comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see me make out of LEGO. If you guys want to unlock some awesome perks, like being able to see videos early, getting behind the scenes footage, and much more, you can become a YouTube member with the link in the description. Also, join the Discord for more updates. Without further ado guys, let's get into these item builds. The first item we're going to take a look at is the Sneaky Snowman. This item's really fun, you can throw it at your feet and hide in it. So here's my build of it in LEGO. I made sure to get it about the height of a minifigure. They are a little bit taller than your in-game character, so that's why the build is a little taller than the minifigure. I gave it these two little buttons along with these two stick arms. He has a bright red scarf that goes all around. He even has his carrot nose along with his little Santa hat on top. And I use this stud for the little ball on the bottom. Every year they bring back the frozen flopper. It's just a fish that when you eat it, it gives you icy feet, which is kind of an interesting concept. For the build, I just took a headlight brick with a little orange unicorn horn as the carrot nose, a little slope on top, and on the bottom I put a red stud for the scarf, along with on the back this little red tooth piece. And it's a pretty good size for a minifigure. In the past years they bring back the chiller grenade, but this year they have changed that. But they kept the same design that they used for the chiller grenade. So here's my build in LEGO. It's just a few studs with a tile, this clip piece, and then this little top clip piece along with this tooth piece, which I use for all of my grenade builds. I think it turned out alright. Ideally I'd want one of those little white ball pieces on the bottom, but I didn't have one. Now for the present, this is a very simple build. It's just a few plates with a star on top, but in game you can throw it down, it gives pretty good loot. And for our first actual weapon in the video, we've got the snowball launcher. I kind of wish I could have included more blue in here, but I really only could on the end here. I wanted to include every little part, especially down here where it like stores the giant snowballs. If we get one of our minifigures and put it in his hand, you can see it works pretty well and is pretty minifigure sized. I mean, maybe it's a little bit oversized, but I really wanted to include every single part of the snowball launcher. Finally, we have the ice grappler. It's just pretty much a normal grappler, but when you use it, it gives you icy feet. So to build it, I just used the normal LEGO Fortnite grappler build. And then I added a few translucent blue plates on there to make it look icy. Now that is all of the items I built for this video, but now let's take a look at the skin I built. There are a lot of brand new Christmas skins like Mariah Carey, Shaq, and Snoop Dogg. So I decided to make him. I think he could turn out really good. This is definitely one of my favorite LEGO Fortnite custom minifigures I've made. He just has some plain red legs. I gave him Horace Slughorn's torso from Harry Potter with some red arms and white hands. In game he has a red jacket on, but I gave him this cape. To kind of represent that, I also gave him this white ruffle around his jacket, a Santa hat, and then finally I used the Falcon's face print from Marvel, which I think looks really good. Now that we've taken a look at all the items and the skin I've made, let's take a look at the main part of this video, the Crackshot cabin. And here it is. It doesn't even fully fit in the frame, but it is absolutely massive. If we take our Snoop Dogg minifigure and put him on the base plate, you can see it's huge. Now this is my first time attempting to build something from Fortnite that's like an actual structure or building, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. I made it identical to the game and even gave it an interior. Let's start by taking a look at the exterior. So for the front here, I just included this door. I would have liked to get a different door design, but I just wasn't able to. I've got a lot of stone along here, and actually there's only a one stud thick wall, which means on the other side I was able to include other colors for the different colored walls inside. I've just got brown on pretty much all the corners. For the windows, I opted to use this piece because I think it just works best. I also got the brown here and here for the window frames, a gap here, and then more windows, and then the other side is almost identical except for the fact that it has a chimney going all the way up. Now in the current cabin, there's actually a door back here. I actually designed this weeks in advance. I designed it when it was still the remix season because this was actually on the map and there was no door back here, so I just didn't include that. And then this side's identical, just got a few windows. Going up a level, I've got this tan color, which looks really nice, and then these supports here, which I actually just use snot bricks along with some tiles at angles to achieve this look, and it looks amazing. I really like especially how this peak looks. And we got a window here with a darker brown outline, and if we flip this around, you'll see a very similar design. This time, yet again, the chimney just going all the way up, but this is all the same, and then there's no window because obviously it would be blocked here. The roof was probably the most challenging part. First off, it actually kind of tapers here a little bit, so I had to find a piece that worked for that. And then also it's in two different sections. So you have the less steep angle and then the more steep angle. So to accomplish this, I just use hinges. And there is a slight gap here, which is a little disappointing, but it's Lego and it can't be perfect. I ideally would want to do the roof in fully dark red. I just didn't have all the pieces for that and wasn't able to order them in time. So I did a mixture of dark red and light red, which I think looks good. I also included a lot of these tiles here for the shingles. I kind of would have liked to have more, but I got 100 of them and thought it would work out, but I probably needed at least like 200 or 300. If we go up to the very top, you can kind of see how I did the roof. I used a lot of these cylinder pieces in dark red for the peak of the roof. The chimney is just a few 1x2 stacked up, and then for the top I used this jumper with a stud on it. And we can actually take this off, and the way I actually attached all these cylinders was through a Technic brick, and then they just go on the end there. Now the roof actually opens very, very simply. You can see it usually just comes off very simply and easily. You can even take these panels off for a better look, which we're gonna do here, but it opens super simply. You can see the way I attached the roof is actually just simple hinges. But now let's take a look at the interior. First, let's take a look at the upstairs. So we've got these stairs that go up, and then there's this little archway. And in here, there is a bed and some dressers. We can actually take this out super simply. It just pops out on some jumpers. And here it is. There is the railing. Along with the bed, I really like how this bed turned out. We've got a little nightstand with a lamp, and then these two identical dresser builds, which look really cool. Now that we've got that all off though, we can get a good look at the interior. First off, I got these two comfy red chairs in the center, along with this rug. The rug has a very detailed design, so I just went with some simple colors. We've got the fireplace here, which obviously goes all the way up into the chimney. I really like how this fireplace turned out. The brown piece here is meant to represent the family picture of Crackshot and his family. And taking this off, there's actually not even any fire in there because you can't really ever see it unless you take that part off. If we go around and flip to the other side, we can see in this corner there is the Christmas tree along with two chests, which I was really happy to include. And then we just have a kitchen over here with a fridge along with like a little stove. Now you might have noticed all the interior walls in here are actually white, and I even included some designs up here on the wall. Now these two front rooms here have some different things in them. This one right here is a bathroom, and this one just has like a few counters. But I'm gonna kind of have to deconstruct this a bit for us to be able to see inside. Alright, I've kind of had to deconstruct the wall a little bit. But in here we've got some green walls, and this is actually the bathroom. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff in here, including like a toilet, a mirror, and a sink. But I was really only able to include this toilet. It's just a very simple build. I just take these two sections and they just go in there together. And like I said, I only made the walls one stud deep, so I was able to add different colors on the inside than on the outside. Now let's take a look at this other side, which honestly is less interesting. In here, there's really just like these weird little counter things. I also included both doors that go from here and over here. Also, can I just mention that I hate building out of brown bricks because stuff like this always happens. I always get brown pieces that break, which I had like 3 or 4 brown pieces break during the making of this video. That is going to conclude today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. I spent a literal month working on this video and planning it all out and ordering all the pieces, so it would be very appreciated if you dropped a like or subscribed. If you'd like some awesome perks, like I said, there's a link in the description to become a YouTube member. Comment down below what other LEGO Fortnite things I should make in LEGO. If you'd like to see a video where I built Chapter 6 in LEGO, or any other LEGO Fortnite video, click on one of the links in the end screen now. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.